There's a lot of people in the corporate world who are starting to feel like maybe they don't belong or they don't want to be part of this big corporation, this big machine, and they're wondering, should I get out? Should I start my own business? Well, today I want to talk about 3 reasons and ways to know if you should really think about it and actually start your own business. Let's jump right in. The first thing and signal that's going to let you know if you should start your own business is if you're having trouble just making enough money. And it could very well be that the place that you're working at not only pays you poorly or underpays you compared to other companies, but it also might be tough for you to get raises. Maybe they're being a little stingy, especially with inflation going up. It's very possible that it's just not enough money. I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm kind of surprised by how much money all of this food is. I literally just bought food that's gonna last me 4 days at the grocery store. It was $150. It's very possible that you're starting to look at your wallet and your bank account and you're like, where the hell is all my money going? And there's just not enough coming in. If you're not making enough money, if you feel like there's not a growth potential at your job, that might be a good indication that it's time to start thinking about starting your own business. Now, what's cool about this though is that you can do both at the same time. Obviously, don't quit your day job if you can't afford to. As a lot of people I know living paycheck to paycheck. So what I would recommend is in your extra and your free time or on the weekends, you could potentially get a second gig. Or what I would recommend is you start thinking about ways that you could start your own side hustle, your own business to, even if at the start it's just help make ends meet, maybe help you save a bit more money so that you could maybe take it full time. But at the very least, it's something to start making extra income just to help you kind of reduce your stress and feel better. So number 1, I would definitely say is a good indicator if you're not making enough money. The second one I would say is if you're finding that your job is just not something you're passionate about. It's very possible that the mission that your company is on is not something that really resonates with you. And if you find that going to work is a total drag, you're looking at the clock every 5 minutes waiting for the day to be over, you hate getting out of bed and going to work, it's making you miserable, your coworkers suck. If you find that work is making you unhappy, it's not something you're passionate about, it might be a good indicator to start looking for a side hustle or again, starting your own business. Obviously, if you got bills to pay, people have different jobs too. A lot of times you need to suck it up for yourself, for your family, your friends, whatever it might be, and just stick with it and make money. But long term, you should be thinking about, how can I be more happy with my work? And like I talked about, in this channel before, finding your own mission, finding something you're passionate about, finding something that every day you wake up, you can't wait to go work on this some more. That's going to lead to something more fulfilling. So you don't have to look at a job as simply a way to make money. It should be a source of happiness and fulfillment and accomplishment for you. If you think about it as how can I provide value to someone else or how can I solve an important problem, that will ultimately make you happier. And it could be that in your corporation, it's really hard to see what the end result is to the customer or the user. Maybe your company doesn't do a good job of showing you the impact that your work does. That feels like crap. So that might be also a good indicator you should start thinking about your own side hustle or starting your own business yourself so you can go right after those problems that are most important to you to solve. And the third one I would say especially is probably what a lot of people are thinking this year with all the layoffs that have been happening in tech is you're tired of getting screwed over. There's a lot of people who bust their asses. Maybe they're part of a company or a job that they're really passionate about. There's rifts that happen, reduction in workforce. There's not much that you can really do about it. You just kind of fall victim to being part of this huge machine. Again, you've been busting your butt. Maybe your work has been really successful, but you're part of a unit that's failing, or the company could be even mismanaging, the business overall, and you kind of fall prey to that. I know I've had friends and family have been impacted by stuff like this, and the first thing they say is I want to start my own business, right? They kind of hate that feeling of, I'm not in control of my own faith. And it's a super powerful feeling, especially if you have a family that you need to take care of. Getting the rug pulled out from under you is going to make a really strong impact and elicit a really strong emotional response. So unfortunately, some people have been through the ringer multiple times, multiple companies. And if you're one of those people that you're just fed up with it, you're tired of kind of that cloud looming over your head of like, hey, at any moment I could get the call, that's just going to drive you to an unhappy place where you're probably not doing your best work because you're just worried about your own job. You're going to start looking for other work, and you're going to have probably some negative feelings toward the company that you're working for, where you don't want to, put your best foot forward. Again, that's just not going to make you happy. So if you're just fed up with it, you're tired of going through the ringer, tired of getting chewed up and spat out over and over again, or even just once, honestly, sometimes people, it just takes once, then that might be a good indicator that it's time for you to start your own side hustle or start your own business. Okay, I know today's video talked about, the negatives forcing you to do something else, but there's a lot of empowerment that comes with starting your own business and a lot of fulfillment. There's a lot to look forward to. People talking about being their own boss. Well, there's a lot of value there. So even if you're happy with your job, maybe there's a side hustle, maybe there's another mission that you could work on that you're passionate about. I know for me, I'm really passionate about the music industry, and I'm really passionate about helping people. So at least for the latter one, that's why I have this YouTube channel, and hopefully this is providing value to everybody. Something to really consider, because you never know when that day may come that you feel like you're ready to take the leap of faith. So thanks everybody for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.